Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarQives, the KarQ Archives YouTube channel, where I throw random stuff all from my stream at twitch.tv/KarQ. It's content that's not ideal for my main channel. Today, I'm going to be doing support duo tier list. Now, I'm a support main, so I'm very opinionated on this. I play support at a pretty high level in ranked. This is going to be ranked for ranked specifically, and this should be catered to the average player, which I assume is you. Yes, I'm assuming you're average. Sorry, that's just the majority of you, which would be gold or platinum. I might have a different lens on it because I play at the top 500 level on support, but I'm going to do my best to put it in your shoes and be like, listen, this is good at our elo, but it may not be good at yours, depending on this factor or that factor. We'll go off of that. Thank you for the sub, Hindsight. I appreciate that. See, you can have this little jingle if you subscribe to the Twitch channel. Let's get started. Okay. Support duo tier list. Anna Baptiste. Now, this is strictly my opinion, but I think Anna Baptiste is fucking great. Ideal. This isn't traditional from a lot of people's standards, but I've experimented with this a lot since I play both Anna and Bap a lot, and I'm a huge fan of this. Now, the argument against this is there's no defensive ultimate like Transcendence or Beat or Brig Rally, blah, blah. An immortality field is your support, is your defensive ult. These kind of feed into each other. I'm saying it. I mentioned this in the other like Anna Synergy tier list, but I think this is amazing because Baptiste can focus on DPS. Baptiste has so much DPS. The top Baptistes in top 500 actually have higher damage, pretend, and healing. Anna can focus on anti-nading. Looking for aggressive nade. She'll never have to really defensively ult because Baptiste can cover a lot of the healing. He can switch to heavy DPS focus. When he pops his window, he does a lot of extra DPS. He can kill people so fast with window. Anna can shoot through the window. I love this combo. I like it in ideal. Anna Brig, also very ideal. This is a great combo to run with Winston compositions. Winston Diva, Winston Zarya. The whole idea is all Brig has to do is babysit Anna and you just win. If you play Anna Brig, but your Brig is off trying to do some weird frontlining shit, and they have flankers, you're not playing this comp correctly. This is support duo. But if you're going to run this, play together, I'm a big fan of this one. Anna Lucio, still good. I think it's fallen down a tier now from what it used to be. Strictly because any comp that has a Lucio with it is mostly with Ryan composition, fast-paced Brawl stuff. And for that, you kind of just want to run Baptiste and Moira these days with the Lucio. Anna Lucio was a comp that was more prevalent before Moira and Baptiste entered the game. So it's still good, but it's not my favorite anymore. Anna Mercy is up here with ideal and good. This is actually a bit more team comp specific as well. Strictly because you have the Mercy playing with, you can do this with Dive, like Winston Diva. You can even do this with Winston Zarya, technically. Any comp that you can run Anna Brig with, you can run Anna Mercy instead, but Mercy would be off, you know, enabling other DPSs while you probably have to focus on farming your Nano off your Monkey or whatever. If I were to rate it, I still think this is pretty good. You don't have the defensive ultimate, but the whole point is if you let somebody die, you get the res to kind of like offset that loss. This one requires a bit more... This one's a lot less forgiving if you don't play this correctly. They do kind of cannibalize each other in terms of ultimate charge. So this one's a bit more dependent. I would rank it here, but again, since I'm trying to put this for the more average player, it's still good. Like, it's good. Still good. It's not bad. No! What did I do? Okay, we're good. Anna Moira, I do not recommend this composition. I would only play this with Nolan, who is like a DPS Moira. I did the Moira tip video with Nolan. If I play with Nolan and he's on Moira, I will play Anna with it because he's in their backline. And he's not really healing our team. And he's just damage orbing their backline and assassinating them with Cole. But for you guys, the average player, you're not going to be able to maximize Moira's DPS kit correctly. And you guys hate DPS Moiras. And I do too, unless it's very specific players I play with. So I just don't recommend this for most people because you're not going to be able to pull this one us. Fucking try us. All right, prove me wrong. Nano Moira Coalescence is actually pretty good, though. I will give you that. It's not... Okay, now the final one is Anna Zenyatta. I think this is average. I almost don't even recommend it these days because the game has changed so much. Anna Zen used to be like a comp maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but with the addition of Brig, Bap, Moira and stuff, and all these changes to the other support heroes, I honestly don't even recommend Anna Zen anymore. I'll be honest with you. Zen requires a lot of resources. If he gets dove, he needs a babysit. If he gets dove, you need to stop doing everything to peel, which is kind of tough. If you're Baptiste, you literally just turn around, like hit the Zen once and press your regenerative burst, and you can look back at your team. This one, these two supports and a Zen are the only ones without any sort of mobility, really, and no self-healing. You have to nade yourself. Zenyatta has no self-healing, so he has to wait for his natural shields to regenerate. It's very hard to play. Honestly, I would put it at do not recommend. I was going to keep it at average, but for most players, I don't recommend this for anybody anymore. Unless you're coordinated and you have the peel and you have the right circumstances and the right variables. These are like, in general, don't recommend this anymore. Not at this stage of the game. Bap Brig. Bap Brig is very good. This is commonly run with double shield compositions. The alternative of Bap Brig is Bap Zen in double shield compositions. And the other alternative with double shield compositions, the double shield being Sigma Orisa, by the way. And the other alternative is Bap Lucio, which is run with the Reinhardt double shield composition. Anything with Reinhardt, you can run Rein Orisa, Rein Sig with Bap Lucio, which is great because you need that speed to kind of engage. The bit more slower defensive version of it is Bap Zen, Bap Brig with the Sig Orisa. Very good though. Honestly, Bap with everything also ends up working quite a bit. Bap with everything is just good. The Bap is, any Bap comp is not even under do not recommend for the most part, just because he's just such a strong hero. Bap Mercy, I'd say it's still good. Not as good as the other ones for synergy, but this, not as common, but still pretty good. This one's a bit more specific to, like, if you run double shield with Ashe or something, or a sniper, or a Pharah, or an Echo, then yeah, you can get away with Bap Mercy to damage boost it. But even teams that try to run Echo in double shield with Bap, they just end up playing Bap Brig and use the Brig health packs to heal the Echoes in the distance. Bap Moira, see, it's hard to say do not recommend because any Bap comp is good because Bap's OP, so I'll just put it at average. Again, Moira needs to do a lot of healing to build her ultimate. And if a team is taking a lot of damage, one of Baptiste's strengths is building the window really fast, and one of the biggest Moira strengths is building coalescence very fast. But they both require healing a bunch of tanks at the forefront to sort of do that, and they kind of cannibalize each other's ultimate charge. So in that sense, I keep it at average. Also, the Moira orb running it through the Bap window, it may tick faster. It does tick at double the rate, but the damage orb damage is always fixed, if that makes any sense. I believe damage orb is 200 damage. I don't even know the true number for it. And it ticks like, I don't know, a certain amount of times before, if you're standing near it the whole time. And all of your orb does when it goes through it doesn't actually double the damage. It just does the same damage, but just does it quicker, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't, like, it's not as effective as like a Ana shooting through the Bap window where you actually do 140 damage. Crazy. Brig Lucio, I think, is average. I've actually run this in the past before, in the older versions of Brig. In which case, like, it's a very aggressive comp with Lucio. You kind of go in and engage really quickly. I did run this back in the day, but I haven't run it in a long time because it's average, if not below average. Most teams don't run this anymore because of the addition of Baptiste. Don't have too much info to work off of, so I'm just gonna keep it on average. I've actually played Brig Mercy a little bit more than these two. I would say it's still average, but I'd rank it above Bap Lucio. Similar concept where you kind of just one support just plays in the back of the team and this one enables the other one, but they kind of just don't do anything. You have to play it with tanks that are self-sufficient. So I would say you can only really play Brig Mercy with like a Ball for sure and another self-sufficient. Maybe a Ball Hog, you can get away with it because Ball and Hog they can do their own thing. So can Sigma in a sense. Independent tanks. Brig Moira. I can't say I've tried this one very often. Yeah, Brig Mercy was meta with Ball, Sig, Tracer, Echo. Yeah, so exactly. So Tracer, Ball, and Sig are independent heroes. They can survive a lot without too much healing. And then Echo gets the pocket from Mercy. Then you get away with it, yeah. Okay. I don't think I've ever played this because I don't play Brig or Moira that much. too specific. I mean, if you're gonna do this, why not just play to Moira's strengths and play something faster with it, like a Lucio or something? I don't know. This is weird. The styles are very different. If you're trying to go in with Moira, I just don't recommend this one. Just don't do it. Yeah. Lots of heals, but not too much damage. Okay, Brig Zen. If you're in the Overwatch League and you're in a coordinated team, you can get away with Brig Zen in very specific comps with Ball, Hog, Sigma combination with Tracer and stuff, similar to how I mentioned it with Brig Mercy. Same idea with Brig Zen. I'd rate it better than Brig Mercy, Brig Zen. These two are similar in the sense that, yeah, you need to play it with tanks that don't require that much healing resources. Tracers, Echoes, Sombras, Ball, Sig, Hog. But again, if this is catered to the average player, you guys are not going to play this right. The minute you guys lock in Brig Zen, somebody in your gold game is going to be like, we don't have a main healer. We don't have enough healing. Can you play a main healer? It's because they don't understand the reason why or the strength of playing these together. So just to avoid that headache, just don't even bother with this shit. It's just average at the lower ranks, but very good if executed correctly at the higher ranks. Just point that out. Lucio Mercy, I just don't recommend. They just do the opposite. You don't have any main healing, same argument as this, but you don't even have Discord utility. You have the speed engagement on a Rhine for this. This is to help somebody get in with Lucio. So if you help somebody get in, like a Reinhardt, he's going to be taking a shit ton of damage. So like Mercy can't really offset that in a sense. This is a 2016 comp when there wasn't that many options to go with. We'll just keep that at do not recommend. Lucio Moira, I'm going to bring this to ideal. This is very strong. This is very good with Brawl compositions. You'd run this with any sort of like Reinhardt composition. Even a double shield with Moira Lucio is good. And nowadays people run this with Winston Diva on non-vertical maps like Nepal Village or something, where like the Moira can actually follow where the Winston and Diva are going. It's like a Brawl, very fast Brawl version of this. You wouldn't run like Moira Lucio attacking an Ambani A, for example, for the most part, if you're playing with Winston Diva as that example, but it can be run with it. It's pretty versatile, so this is actually pretty good. I'll be honest with you. Lucio Zen, this is a 2016 comp. Do not recommend. This is back when you had no other options. This was actually old school dive, by the way. Winston Diva, Tracer Genji, Lucio Zen. Zen Discord someone, you speed everybody else in. Or maybe 2017, whatever. But over time, people realize you don't really even need the speed for like Genji or Tracer to really get in or anything. Neither does Winston Diva. They don't really need the speed. So this is just old school. This just fell out of being good. Mercy Moira, I would say do not recommend, but this one's not as bad, because if you play the style where your Moira plays like, it's kind of like Bap Mercy, where instead of Bap you just substitute it with Moira and you just heal the tanks and you have your Mercy enable the DPS. You could put it on still good for that reason, but like, it's okay. It's still kind of viable. It's average. I'll put it there. Mercy Zen. It's average. It's good if done right, but again, this is one of those we don't have a main healer because Mercy's not a main healer. She's got to use damage boost arguments. Again, you're gonna get in, your gold platinum games. So for that reason, I'm gonna put him here. This one is, same argument as everything else. Like, if you play it in the right circumstances in an organized environment, it's pretty good. It's okay. This was good when Zen had 30% on the Discord orb a few seasons ago, and Ball was meta. You have to play these with, again, self-sufficient tanks like Ball, who can roll the health packs, Tracers. This was good because the Zen 30% Discord was good for the Ball Tracer in your team to just execute somebody in the distance. And then if Zen dies or Mercy Pockets, then you get the res. And Echo can stay alive once you get the clone off. All that good stuff. But for the average player, if Zen gets dove and he's dead, this whole comp falls apart if not done correctly. Good at higher ranks, average at most people's ranks. Mercy Zen's great. You never played it for the healing. You played it because shit dies before the lack of healing becomes an issue. Yeah, like this is the one. This is the damage boost meta where you have Discord and then you have the Mercy damage boost and you just kind of execute someone, but that requires coordination. Honestly, I would rate this one higher than if I were to do them like in an order like this. I would put it like here then. If we were to do it, if we had all these like Brig combinations, Mercy Zen, Brig, Mercy, like this one would probably be the higher one for the average player. And the final one is Moira Zen. Theoretically, if Zen gets dove and Moira doesn't play too deep, you could, this is average. I've seen this in double shield, like Orisa Sigma. Instead of like running Bap Zen, you run the Moira version of it. You can get a lot of healing done still. But sometimes you play so far, you can never get your suck off, which is why I don't like it as much as Bap Zen, because Baptiste can DPS like crazy and pressure shield, while Moira has no shield pressure, which sucks. But engaging with Coalescence is nice with it, so I'm just going to keep it at average for that reason. And can you go over the top 2 lines and go with the comps really quickly? Yes, and I'll quickly summarize the best comps with this ideal. Bap, Anna, any sort of comps that have stationary tanks. This one, Anna Brig, any sort of Winston combination, or even a Ball combination. So this could go with like, you know, Winston Zarya, Winston Diva, Ball Winston, Ball Diva. Honestly, so can this. This one is very versatile for that reason too. You can play this in multiple comps. Bat Brig mostly can go with double shield. Double shield. Of Rhine specific double shield, like Rhine Sigma, Rhine Orisa, and any sort of shield comp like double shield, or this could also work. This is the only exception for the Winston Diva, so I've seen, where you only do it on non-vertical maps where the Moira can keep up with the Winston and Diva. And yeah, that should do it. Thanks for watching. That's my support duo tier list. Let me know what you guys think, whether you agree or disagree. But this is my opinion coming from playing this not at an Overwatch League level, but at a high ranked support level. That's all.